guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally doing my Q&A. I was just waiting for a chance where my house was completely silent, I was in a good mood, I had a chance to do my makeup, and I just like to be in good vibes if I'm going to be talking for an entire video instead of doing like just a voiceover or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, let's get into these questions. Okay, so I'm gonna just go in order from when they asked or whoever asked me first question. So the first question is by Man. I am the worst with pronouncing names. You guys are gonna think I'm so stupid, but I'm gonna have them popped up on the screen. So maybe I will just not pronounce the names if I can't. Favorite makeup brand? I'm guessing MAC. Yes, girl, you're right. MAC is my jam. MAC has been my jam since high school. I still have my very first MAC brush that I ever bought. I think I have it here. Oh, yep. I have it right here. This is my first ever MAC brush. And I got it from shopping with my stepmom. She actually used to work in MAC back in the day. And we went shopping together and she bought me my very first MAC brush. It's a 182. This, I think I said it, I bought it when I was like 16 years old or 15 years old. And it is in like perfect condition. I mean, not perfect condition. It still has like nicks and cracks and something going on kind of in there. But I'm saying like as far as using it, like you can totally still use this brush. It needs to be cleaned. It's very old, but yeah, I love MAC. I've always loved MAC. I just feel like they have great affordable, or more so affordable makeup than a lot of the makeup brands out there. And you can't beat their like pigmentation and all that stuff for their price. And I know Makeup Geek is a very great contender. I have never tried her products as far as her eyeshadows before. I've tried her pigments and they're amazing. But I get my pro discount, so I usually gravitate towards MAC. That's why you guys see so much MAC in my videos, which is so hard for me not to put in because it's like paying drugstore prices for my makeup basically. But yeah, to answer your question, MAC is my favorite makeup brand of all time, probably always will be. I love many makeup brands. NARS is another one of my very favorites. What else do I like? I like everything. I love makeup, but MAC is definitely my go-to. The next question is from Dre Abby 224. What made you start a YouTube channel? P.S. Congrats on 15K and I love you. I love you more! I love all you guys. You guys are just like the sweetest subscribers and I feel like you're my friends. I love you all. What made me start my YouTube channel? I've been wanting to do YouTube forever. Since probably I was like 19 years old and I started watching Nicole Guerrero and I stumbled on the beauty world on YouTube by accident. I actually was working at a hair salon and the manager there was like, oh, you should look at some hair tutorials on how you can do different updos, because I had to do like a bunch of updos. I feel like I'm like, I had to do a bunch of updos and I didn't know how to do them. And she's like, oh, just look on YouTube. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I knew about YouTube, but I just never knew like the beauty aspect behind it, I guess. So then I started looking them up and then I came across makeup tutorials and I'm like, that makeup has always been my passion. So I was like, oh my god, there's girls that do makeup on YouTube, like this is so cool. And yeah, Nicole Guerrero was one of the first ones I saw and I was just like, I love this. Like I got hooked for a little while watching them and learning from a lot of the girls that, some girls that I don't even think are still on right now. But yeah, I got hooked on watching them and then I eventually was like, I totally want to do this. But it's expensive to start a YouTube channel the way I wanted to start it. I didn't want to go in with just like making crappy quality videos, which I probably should have anyway, and just got myself out there because, you know, that's what happens on YouTube. You start off slow and then you build yourself up. But for some reason, I wanted to start with like the best quality camera and the best lighting and all this stuff, and I kept putting it off, and yeah, that's why I started so late. But I've been wanting to start probably for like a good 5 years or something like that, I want to say. So I guess my boss is kind of, my ex-boss at my hair salon is kind of what made me realize YouTube, but the passion of doing makeup is what made me want to start my channel, so I can just like do what the girls were doing and be able to at the same time, like you could tell they were so happy doing the makeup tutorials that they were doing, but then also being able to share it with other people. That was so cool because I love talking about makeup and kind of giving advice to other people and stuff like that. I like that more than actually doing makeup on people. I like giving advice and just talking to people about different products and makeup and all that stuff. So I guess my passion for the industry, my passion for makeup, just a whole bunch of stuff. I feel like I just rambled throughout that entire question. Next question is by Erica Y. Who are your favorite makeup artists? I automatically want to say makeup artists. My favorite music artists. Would you ever consider moving down to LA? And what is your favorite comfort food? Let me just tell you about the LA one. Hell yes. Yes, 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 and yes. I would move to LA in a freaking heartbeat if it wasn't for the fact that my boyfriend has a business here and, you know, I guess like his family's here and we have a life here, but I would, if I could have it my way, I would pack up and move to LA tomorrow. Like, I cannot deal with the winters here and I just feel like I would totally vibe in LA. But, I mean, I've never been there, so I don't know if that's kind of stupid for me to say, but I just feel like I would get it, like, love living there. But I do really love being close to New York because New York is amazing. I just don't really like Jersey. It's kind of like, what kind of music artists do we listen to? Let's just go into my Pandora because I'm going to be so real with you guys. I keep slouching. I'm sorry. I have the worst posture. I listen to everything, like legit everything. And I'll just read you guys a couple of my channels and
Have you
maybe
been involved in an accident or injured on the
and maybe you can get a vibe of like what I like to listen to. But again, I listen to so much stuff. Let's see, we'll start from the beginning. NSYNC Radio, 112 Radio, Aaliyah Radio, The Academy Is, Adele, All American Rejects, Ariana Grande, Avicii, Backstreet Boys, The Beatles, Benny Benassi, Beyonce, Big Sean, Britney Spears, Bruno Mars, Calvin Harris, Carrie Underwood, Chris Brown, Christina Aguilera, Ciara, Dance Cardio Radio, that's when I work out too, Danity Kane, Destiny's Child, Dirty South, Disney Radio, oh my god, I'm such a Disney Channel freak, I'm such a weirdo. What else, Fabulous, Frank Ocean, Jerry Rivera, Jesse McCartney, oh my god, Jessica Simpson, what else? Lana Del Rey, Meek Mills, Mike Snow, My Chemical Romance, Neo, Omarion, Pitbull, R. Kelly, Rihanna, Robin S., Robin Thicke, Taking Back Sunday, The Used, Wale, and yeah. Does that kind of give you guys like an idea of what I listen to? I listen to everything. I guess like my favorite kind of music ever is hip-hop R&B kind of music, but it depends. Like sometimes I'll get in a mood where I just want to listen to Taking Back Sunday Radio. So it just totally depends. I'm pretty open-minded with music. And my favorite comfort food, oh my gosh, I love my favorite comfort food. I'm trying to think of like, I can think of like my favorite kind of foods or my favorite, yeah, my favorite kind of foods, but my favorite comfort foods, maybe potatoes. I love anything potatoes. I love french fries. I love baked potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. I love potato chips is my favorite snack of like all time, like bad for you snack. I love potato chips. I can eat an entire bag of potato chips like in a heartbeat. I love them. I'm a salty over sweet kind of girl, so I guess maybe like mashed potatoes, something like that is my favorite kind of comfort food. Next question is by Yo Kaira. Congrats. What advice would you give to someone that's moving out to their first apartment? I would say save your money. Make sure you have like at least, I don't know, it depends on where you're living or where you're trying to live. Every city, place, you know, is different. But I would definitely have some money saved so that you are going to be able to pay for the first month's rent down if that's what they ask for. The security deposit. You are going to want to decorate your apartment and make it your own, and just things add up like crazy. Like I went through my apartment savings like that. Like it was just ridiculous. Just furnishing my apartment, and I don't go to crazy places. I'm talking like Home Goods, Target. I bought my entire bed and my 2 nightstands, like my whole set at a discount furniture store. But money goes so fast, so I would say save as much as you can. Make sure that that's the thing that you really want to do as far as moving out. Like make sure that's really what you want to do. And if you're moving out with someone, again, make sure that's really what you want to do, because it's kind of, it's a big deal. It's not like something kind of to take too lightly. So, but my number one thing is save money. You're gonna need it when, you know, you're moving. I think anybody who just moved out can agree with that. Okay, so the next question is from Face Like Barbie. Hey babe, I see you all the time. Congrats, friend in my head. Yes, you're my friend in my head too. Would you ever consider moving from the East Coast? What's the longest you've gone without purchasing any makeup? Yes, I would consider moving from the East Coast. And what's the longest you've gone without purchasing any makeup? You guys know I'm pretty bad. Like, even if it's just like an eyeliner, if I'm in Walgreens or CVS, I end up going for one thing. I end up getting a million things. But, that's hard. 2 weeks? It depends. Like, I go on these crazy spurts where, like, all I want to do is buy makeup. And then all of a sudden, like, all I want to do is shop for clothes. But I want to say maybe like 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm gonna say 2 weeks. Next question is from Jessica, and I see you too all the time, babe. Woohoo? Oh. She said woohoo and I was reading a who. Anyway, what's one fun thing you enjoy doing with your boyfriend? Does he always pick where to go? Does he like you better without makeup? For sure he likes me better without makeup. I'm sure, you know, he'll prefer me with just like a little something like mascara, a little powder, chapstick, something like that. But like right now, I was filming this tutorial and he was like he wouldn't even kiss me goodbye. He was like, bye. He is not into the makeup thing at all. There's very few things that he likes. I think I asked him once and he said he likes when I do like my little wing liner. Maybe he was just saying that because he was like put on the spot, but he's not a makeup guy at all. I don't think most guys really are, but as far as does he like to pick where we go? We're that typical couple where it's like, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? Where do you want to go? No, tell me where you want to go. Like, I wish he would be like, this is where we're going. I made reservations. Let's go. But yeah, no, he doesn't. He doesn't pick where we're gonna go. It's kind of just like that usual back and forth thing. Like, I don't know. And there's also not a lot of places to go in Jersey, I feel like, that are just good or like really good, and also are open late because he works late. So we kind of argue back and forth or bicker back and forth about that one. One fun thing I enjoy doing with my boyfriend. I really just enjoy hanging out at home together, watching TV, having some wine, relaxing. That's what I like doing with him. I like doing normal couple things, hanging out with our dog. I mean, we're so boring. I mean, we've been together for like 10 years and I'm not exaggerating, on and off. So yeah, we're pretty boring. I mean, I would like to say I enjoy traveling the world with my boyfriend and going to Dubai, but no, that's not it. Oh, there's another question from Jessica, and it said, have you met any other YouTube gurus? And I've only ever met one other, and oh no, I met two, I'm lying. What Will Lizzie Do last year at IMATS? Beautiful. I love her. She's just like a real genuine person, and I always say this about her, but I just appreciate people that are like that and that are real and that aren't phony. And she was just super sweet and cute and so pretty in person. Like, love her. And I also ran into Casey Holmes, but it was just really quick. I just stopped her, oh hey, can I take a picture really quick? I'm not the type to kind of harass people or like jump on people. I think Lizzie was the only one that I felt very comfortable going up to, just because she's so silly and whatever. And I don't know, I was still awkward in that tape though. If you look back at her IMADS vlog, I think I'm like in the beginning of the vlog, and I went up to her to take a picture, and she's like, hi, and all silly, and I'm all like, hi. And she's like, what's your channel? I'm like, Chelsea Bella. Like, I said it so fast and awkward. God. Blonde Novu. This is my boo. I love her. She actually recommended me to the hairdresser that I go to now, and my color doesn't show up on camera, so I gave up on that. But I love Blonde Novu. She's so cute. For your Q&A, have you signed with any networks yet? If not, at which point do you plan on doing so? Okay. I've gotten tons of emails from networks, not bragging or anything like that, because they do it to everyone. I'm not special. But I'm so nervous. Like, I don't know I don't know how it works. Like, I wish I had somebody who I was close with that had like 100,000 subscribers, so I could just go to and be like, what do you think about this? Like, who do you I don't know. I feel like some of them may be scammy, like they're gonna take my money or something. It's weird, but I just kind of stick with Google AdSense and make my little side money off of that. It's nothing crazy, believe me. And yeah, so I don't know. I'm nervous about signing with networks because I feel like I'm gonna like sign with the wrong one, and then I think they're only better for your like YouTube business, but I'm just so like on the edge of doing it. I don't know. I need somebody's advice and I don't have that, so I'm kind of just like waiting to see what happens. Beauty by Renee, this is another one of my boos. She's so cute. You guys should follow her. She started her Instagram not too long ago, and she does really good makeup. I think she's so pretty. So awesome, Chelsea. Thanks, babe. Been following you since you started YouTube. I'm happy to see your channel grow. You deserve it. Question. Thank you so much. Who do you look up to in the makeup world? I think the first person that I ever kind of knew about or found out about in the makeup world was Scott Barnes. I have his About Facebook right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that was the first like makeup book I ever read. And he was the first one that I ever saw any contour or highlighting thing. It was a while ago when I got this book. I would take it out, but then I have to move my flowers and my perfume and all that. Like, nobody got time for that. But yeah, he was the first one that I kind of saw as a makeup artist and read his work and all that stuff. So I guess he's the main person I look up to, but I really don't have that many people that I'm like, is that horrible that I look up to? I don't know. I mean, I find inspiration on Pinterest. Melly17 asks, what are your favorite makeup brushes? Oh my god, my camera's dying. My favorite makeup brushes are MAC. I mean, they last forever. Like I showed you when I had that's my first MAC brush I ever had. I used it every day in high school and I still have it. So MAC are my favorite makeup brushes. I also do think that Morphe makes pretty good brushes. I have a couple of those. My domed little contour brush that I use all the time to contour is my favorite contour brush ever. It's actually dirty, so for this tutorial I used a different one, but I love that one. What else? Oh, Sigma, duh. Sigma makes great brushes. I'm kind of affiliated with them, but they haven't emailed me in a little while updating their coupon code, so I don't know what's happening with that. I don't really pay attention too much to like my affiliated links. I only have two, NUME and Sigma, and I don't even know exactly what's going on with that, but that's totally off topic. I think that my three are Sigma, Morphe, and MAC. I think that's my three. Okay, next one is from Ruby73, and I see you all the time. You're like my #1 supporter, and I super appreciate that, so thank you so much. What do you do for work outside of YouTube? I am a legal secretary at a law firm by my house. Oh, and then she just said like a bunch of nice sweet things. So thank you so much, Ruby. I see you, girl, all the time, and I appreciate all the love. And then Judith Darling, which is another girl that I see all the time, asked me, do you go to college? Love your work. Thanks so much, babe. I don't go to college. I did go to college for a semester, and school was just never my thing. I was just never a schoolgirl. I honestly hate learning about things that I could give to, you know, what's about. So I just was never into the school thing. I kind of just started working young and working my way up into different kind of law firms and stuff like that. I did go to beauty school though, and I did finish and graduate, but I also, this is horrible, I sound like a loser, but I also didn't get my certificate because it was a very long story. Maybe that should be like a story of the day or something. But I ended up never getting my actual license, but good for me that I don't need my license to do makeup. I still freelance and do makeup, and I don't need an actual license to do so, but I did go through schooling for hair, and I like that way better than I did my college and high school schooling and everything like that. But it still was just kind of like boring to me. Sian? I'm gonna butcher this name, so I'm just gonna put it here. You guys will see it. She said all this very nice stuff about me, so thank you so much, honey. She asked me, where are you from? Are you Hispanic? How many brothers and sisters do you have? Who's your favorite YouTube guru to watch? What camera and filming program do you use and edit? How old were you when you first got into makeup? And those are all the questions I have for now. Okay, so the first one is, are you Hispanic? Yes, I am Hispanic. I am 75% Puerto Rican and 25% Dominican. I have, oh, the question is how many brothers and sisters do you have? I have one brother and one sister from my mom and dad's marriage, and then both my parents remarried, and my dad had a little girl and my mom had a little boy. So I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and I'm the oldest. My favorite YouTube guru to watch, ooh, that's hard, because I have like a couple, but if you look on my YouTube page, I have this side thing where it says my favorite YouTube channels. Those are all my favorite girls, so I guess you guys can look there because I don't know, I mean, I think Nicole Guerrero's been like, I have like a special place in my heart for her because I've been following her for so long, and I feel like she is still very genuine and true to herself. That like, there's a lot of girls out there that I followed from the beginning and I feel like they're so phony. There's this one girl that just kills me because when she first came out, I thought she was like the cutest thing. She was like fresh and I felt like she was herself, and now I feel like she's, I don't know, like she's tries so hard, and of course I'm not gonna say who it is, but, and maybe I'm totally wrong, I don't know her in real life, but I just feel like Nicole's probably one of the best, like my favorite people to watch. And of course Lizzie, what will Lizzie do? And then I have a bunch of friends here on YouTube like Nelly Toledo and Lisa Leslie Alvarado and Ashley Lopez. So you guys can look on the side and see all my favorite channels there, but those are the girls that I really enjoy watching. What camera and program do you use to film and edit? So I use my Canon Rebel T5i. I've used it since the beginning. It's a great camera. I do want to upgrade to the Canon 70D because it does have autofocus, and with this camera sometimes the focus just drives me absolutely crazy, but it's still a very nice camera and it takes really good pictures. I use a ring light. I don't know if she asked about lighting, but I have a ring light and 2 studio box lightings that I always have linked down below, as well as with my camera. And for editing program, again, I have this always linked down below, but I use Final Cut Pro, and I started off with iMovie, which was free, and it's still a really great program. You just can do a little bit more with Final Cut Pro and be a little bit more creative, but when you're first starting out for like a good year, you can totally get away with iMovie. It just depends on what you're doing and how creative you want to get with your videos, but iMovie is still a really great choice because Final Cut Pro is expensive, again, with the expenses that it takes to make a good YouTube channel. I think I paid $350. Did I just spit? I think I paid $350 for the Final Cut Pro program, so it's expensive. How old were you when you first got into makeup? I've loved makeup forever. You can ask my mom. She's the one that caught me with like the red lipstick all over my face. Like there's a bunch of pictures like that from girls when they were little. Like I was always like that. My mom was very strict. She still is very strict. My parents are very strict people. And I wasn't allowed to wear makeup at all. When did I start wearing makeup? I wasn't allowed to wear makeup until high school, I think. And I think it's because I kind of just rebelled and did it. But I don't think I was allowed to even then. But in middle school I tried to sneak on some eyeliner, and then I would run home and try to take it off, and eyeliner was like so hard to come off your eyes. Like, you know how it always gets stuck, like the black liner in between your lashes, like no matter what. So my mom always knew that I was sneaking eyeliner on, but yeah, I've loved makeup forever, and I've always been one to play with it, and just I was always one like doing my friends' makeup in high school, so it's always been interesting to me. Oh, I have another question by her. It says, how long does it take you to do a full face of makeup? It depends. If I'm going out, like if I know I'm gonna go out all day and I'm gonna be like going to brunch and then going out after at night, it probably takes me about a good hour to do my makeup. If I'm just going to do like a fresh face, like quick and easy makeup, it could take me 5 minutes literally to put on some powder and mascara. If I'm doing like a get ready with me kind of thing, like if I'm doing like the get ready with me video that I just did when I did my makeup to go into the salon. I'm trying to talk fast now because my battery's dying and it's clearly not working. That kind of makeup takes like 30 minutes or something like that. But it depends. I mean, if I'm going full face, then an hour. Next question is from Chismo MK. What setting do you put your focus on while filming? You're always on focus. Just got mine and I need your help. Girl, let me just tell you. I don't know what I do to get myself in focus. Sometimes I'm not in focus and I have to edit those parts out for the most part. This camera, that's why I really want to upgrade to the 70D, because the focus on here is, again, just drives me kind of crazy. Let me check what setting I'm on right now. Right now I'm on the SCN button on my camera. I don't know what any of those buttons mean. I'm horrible with like reading directions. I'm just like the kind of person that plays with the thing or like puts things together. Like I just look and see and I think how it goes, and if I feel like it goes that way, then I'm gonna put it that way. So I think that's how I'm in focus, but I'm not really sure. I just use the regular lens that came with the camera and a tripod, and I don't know why exactly I'm in focus. Okay, so she also asked the same question. If I moved or anything and I look weird, I had to get up and leave for an hour because my battery stopped working. It died, so I had to charge it for a minute. But she asked another question and said, you should also do a couples 1, 2, 3 tag if you don't mind, or a statement, I guess, not really a question. I don't mind. My boyfriend is very shy behind the camera, so I don't know if I could get him to do that. I even tried to get him to do the Being Boozled challenge with me before my sister did it with me, because she was sick for a while and I wanted to do it, but he didn't want to do it. Like, he's just not really into being behind the camera. He tries to support me without being behind the camera. So if I hopefully one day I'll be able to get him to do it. Dino's Girl 13, hey babe. I see you all the time. You're the best. I love when I remember like all the girls that comment on my videos and stuff. You guys are so awesome. What were your first makeup products obsessions? You know, those ones that got you hooked on everything makeup, and how old were you? Looking forward to your Q&As. Thanks, babe. My first makeup obsession was eyeliner, black eyeliner. I just loved putting black eyeliner in my waterline and making it feel like my eyes popped. Now there's gonna be hair everywhere because my dog's sitting on my lap. Sorry. Yeah, black eyeliner and lots of mascara. Those are my thing. Those were like my two very favorite things. And then in high school there was this girl that wore like this beautiful pink blush all the time on her cheeks, and she was very pretty and I just loved how it looked on her. So then I got stuck on wearing very bright, obnoxious blushes for a while. I was a huge lip gloss junkie, and not so much anymore. I'm not really a big lip gloss girl at all anymore, and I also am not a big blush person. I have a bunch of them, but I'm really not into blushes that much. I will do a bronzer and a highlight any day over a blush, but those are my two like obsessions. Okay, so next question is also from Yo Kiara. How did you paint the striped wall? It's super cute. Did you and your boyfriend do it, or did you get someone else to? I'm apartment hunting now and trying to get ideas. All my like apartment ideas are all from Pinterest. If you just go on Pinterest and start like pinning different kind of things and making boards, it's really, really awesome. I'm super late to the Pinterest game, but because I was moving out and I wanted to know like how to decorate my apartment and put my ideas in one spot so I can go back to and refer to them, it was just like Pinterest is just so awesome for that. So like all this back here is all Pinterest inspired. The wall I saw on Pinterest. My mom has a striped wall in her house too though, so that's where I really got the main idea from. But your question is how did we do it, not the whole background about it. We just used tape, regular painter's tape, and what we did was we just we put wherever the gray is, because the wall was white, so wherever the gray was, we made stripes that thick with painter's tape, and then we just painted right over that. Or wait, did we do the opposite? I'm trying to think. We painted right over that, and then when you peel off the paint, then you have that stripe. So yeah, well, yeah, the wall's white, so basically we didn't have to do anything with the white. Like, we could have went back in and touched up white stripes, but all we really did was use, you know, a bunch of tape to make thick stripes, and then we painted the whole wall gray, and then we peeled off the tape, and then the taped part underneath obviously was white, so it held the white, and then the rest was gray. I hope I kind of explained that, but if you look on Pinterest or follow me on Pinterest, I have a how to DIY board on Pinterest, and there's a, how many times am I going to say Pinterest in one sentence? There's a how to paint stripes in that board, I believe. So there's different ways to do it. That's just how we did it, and it worked pretty well. We did have to touch up a little bit in the corner, but it wasn't a big deal at all. I have a question from Diello. I hope I said that right. Love your channel. Any advice for someone just starting? Thank you so very, very, very much. Advice for someone who is just starting their channel. My main advice for anyone who's starting their channel is to be consistent and not get discouraged. Consistency is very much key. I'm, you know, the first one to be like, I'm not super consistent. I really, really try to get 2 videos out a week, and I would even have loved to get 3 videos out a week, but it's a lot when you're working full time. Now I'm back at the gym, like trying to work out in the morning. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I work out. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go to the gym, come home, shower, feed my dog, walk my dog, go to work all day, come home. I'm beat, I'm exhausted, and then sometimes I have to film and edit, and it's just there's not enough time in a day, and I don't have enough energy in a day to do it all. But I would say try to be as consistent as you can. Constantly putting out some kind of content definitely helps people, I guess, attract people to your channel. And also just not be discouraged, because I mean, I started almost a year ago now. It'll be a year next month, I think. It'll be like my year anniversary on YouTube, and I think I'm happy where I am with my subscribers. And, you know, I'm very grateful, but, you know, you always want more. You always want more people to be able to see your videos and, you know, learn things that you're trying to get out there. But, I mean, it'll happen. Like, you just have to be consistent and be happy with what you put out there, and it should happen for you if that's really your passion and all that stuff. You know, it does get frustrating when you see people that have been on YouTube for like less than a year and they're like at 200,000 subscribers, but it doesn't mean that they're, you know, they're better than you. It just means that they've reached different people and were able to get more views some way or the other. But yeah, just don't get discouraged. You'll do fine. And also invest in some decent lighting and equipment. I wouldn't say you need like a fancy backdrop or anything. You can do like a blank wall behind you. Try to film in front of a window if you don't want to get some crazy lighting, and get like a decent camera, something like a regular video recorder with a, what's it called, with a viewfinder, so you can kind of see yourself. That is totally fine. For me, I had to have a Canon Rebel T5i because I'm crazy, but you know, you don't need a fancy camera at first. It's also good not to get too crazy with cameras and lighting, just in case you're not sure if this is what you really, you know, want to do all the time, because then you're going to invest in all this money and all this equipment, and you're not going to use it, and it's kind of gonna suck. It's gonna suck. Okay, so my girl Beauty by Damaris, hi babe. She asked me a couple questions. If you were to have 3 wishes, what would they be? Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Also, what made you start a YouTube channel? If you were only to take one product to a deserted island, which one would it be? I already answered what made me want to start a YouTube channel, so I'll skip that one. If I had 3 wishes, it would be I always pray for this. I don't know, I don't want to get all religious, but I always say I want to be healthy, happy, and safe. I just wish for like safety on my entire family and my loved ones, and good health, and happiness and pure joy, and you know, that's what I always think about, those 3 things. Maybe I would probably switch up my wishes and probably be able to financially support myself, my family, my loved ones, you know, everyone that I'm close with, basically. I would like basically just to be successful, so all the things that I'm thinking of doing through YouTube eventually one day when I can get my name out there long enough or far enough, I would just love to be successful, a good businesswoman, and be able to be my own boss, and that would be great. So that would be my first wish, and then my second wish to have my family taken care of, safe, healthy, like just to be healthy and safe. So is that like considered 2 wishes? I don't know. But I guess whatever. That's 1 and 2. And then 3 would be... What would 3 be? I'm going to sound so cheesy and so like beauty pageant here, but I would love if there would be like no more diseases in the world. Like things that like are really like cancers and HIV and Down syndrome, like things that people suffer from that I just wish they didn't have to suffer from. Like that would be great if that could be another wish without sounding totally cheeseball status. And then my girl Valeria Denise asked me a question. Chelsea, if you could eat one of these for the rest of your life, which one would it be? Only one. Pizza, chicken and waffles, or arroz con gandules y pernil, or chocolate donuts. Girl, you know I want that rice and beans with pernil. That's my jam. I love me some Spanish food. I'm Spanish. That's That's where my heart is, right there. I could definitely eat that every day of my life. Okay, so I just want to make sure I got through all of the Instagram questions. I think those were all of them. Okay, yeah, I think that's all. So we're gonna go now to the YouTube questions. I said that's so weird. YouTube! I forgot to answer the rest of the questions of Damaris's, so I'm gonna go back really quick. She said, also, what made you start your YouTube channel? I said that one. If you were only to take one product to a deserted island, which one would it be? And it would be sunblock. I know that sounds really boring and like lame. Like, okay, they're gonna say something like totally different. Girl, I'm not trying to fry out there in freaking, I don't know, some damn deserted island, like Castaway style. I want to be like, you know, protected. The first question is, what are your favorite movies of all time? Who is your favorite actor, actress, dead or alive? I am like such a not a big movie person at all.